such an asshole.
I might take my chance at Perkins. I might go to Perkins. They've had employment issues where, oh, we're not open. We don't know if we're open. The sign says open, but we're actually closed. All right. I charge a lot of money for this. And the reason I charge a lot of money for this is not only did you take your time in writing it, but you need a swift kick in the nuts. And you can either listen to me and avoid yourself $250 worth of pain and agony and misery, or you don't. I don't care. I don't care, but I needed to slap you across your face so you listen. Because apparently, obviously, no father is involved here. Hey, Cappy, please keep me anonymous. I'd like a video response unless a normal response would be significantly cheaper. I know you hate rambling when clients do not get to the point, but I feel as if I'm at a watershed moment in my life and I'm very lost. Thus, I want to provide every detail I feel is necessary in hopes of receiving your best. Okay, all right. First of all, I thank you for writing batch. I don't need thanks, guys. I don't, guys. Swear to God, guys, get to the effing point. I thank you. What do you want? I got a life. I got things I want to do. I want to go for a hike today. I read it 7 years ago during my senior year in high school. It solidified my decision to major in computer science and focus on my finances. Okay, here's my rambling. 2 paragraphs in. I'll start with where I am today. Keep telling me what you're going to tell me. Then you're going to tell me about maybe when you'll tell me. Start with where I am today and paint a picture of who I am. I'm currently 25 years old. I am a software engineer. I've almost reached my FIRE number of early retirement extreme by Jacob Lundfisker. I'm in great shape. You work out regularly. You learned a musical instrument during the pandemic and you got some very, very interesting and good hobbies. Very good. Get to the point. Add to your hobby being succinct and getting to the point. I have very great parents that, in most aspects, have done a fantastic job raising me and my siblings. My father grew up very poor, but he's the smartest person I know, one of the hardest workers I know. He majored in engineering, made smart decisions, worked hard, and became a multimillionaire. By the times I thought, that's good. I did grow up with a silver spoon. My mom and my parents did also do a good job to sure I wasn't a spoiled brat. They didn't teach you to be precise. My father is arguably the best person I know, but he's unfortunately very beta when it comes to relationship with my mother. So he's not a great man. He's this great man. He did great things, except raise his sons correctly. Your mom must be hot. She must have groomed and dyed her landing strip so your dad would hit that pussy and tolerate her crap and not raise you right, because the questions you got are so spectacularly stupid. Gee, you're making the same mistake your dad did with your mom. I wonder if the cycle will break. He puts her on an undeserved pedestal, and as a result, she has been a kuantaha to most of his life. To this day, nothing makes me sadder and gets my cortisol spiking quicker than my mom being a bitch to my dad when he truly doesn't deserve it. Although he does deserve it because he's too nice and beta. Gee, I wonder if the apple fell far from the tree. And has provided our family a better life than we could have wished for. Years of watching the relationship really affected my desire for any romantic relationship. Dated a couple girls casually in high school, but not that serious. I've always had girls interested in me, but after watching how my mother treated my father, I couldn't get over the feelings I had for long-term relationships. At college, I was over about my academics, graduated with 4.0, the rest, and our last 3 years, continued to avoid relationships. I always began learning about Red Pill community, and that content further every day. You ignore girls, focus on myself. In college, don't they force you guys to take English comp? Business writing? After college, graduated with no debt because of my job, cut tuition in half, received several scholarships, parents covered remaining balance. Good engineering job, moved back with my parents, saved mine, invest every penny I made. Also got a side job, making extra money, doing things fun with friends. Briefly dated a couple girls after college because I wanted to have sex, but I still had a beta mindset. And those romantic relationships didn't last. As a result, a year ago, I hung with one of my best friends, his fiance, his best friend, who I've known since preschool, attended school Furthermore, our siblings were in the same grade and we attended school together. How are you not fired? How do you have a job? Oh my God. I in your STEM, how the hell do you keep down a job? Hung out with my best friends. His fiance and his fiance's best friend, who you've known since preschool, and she's religious. So, furthermore, our older siblings were in the same grade and we attended school together our whole lives, so I know her family well. We hooked up that night. Oh, good religious girl, huh? Started hanging out consistently. I've been dating ever since. How long ago was this? A year ago. My girlfriend has been great to me and has many green flags. She stays fit. She adores her father and claims she's a Republican conservative, doesn't have any tattoos. But she just went on to. And with me, didn't have a breakdown, throw a feather. She had breakdown. I might have ended things with her. I've known her most of my life, so we had a lot of shared experience. She has adopted my dad, comes from a wealthy family, but isn't spoiled. No, no. What girl possibly could act a year to keep her act together for all that money? What girl possibly puts on a facade or a mask for a year? They can't do that. Gives good sex roadhead as she just graduated from a real school, so she's going to have a great job. She's a hard worker. She unfortunately has some serious red flags. All it takes is one. She has more of a masculine personality, tries to be assertive, has once claimed she's a boss ass bitch, only to have one legitimate female friend. She's somewhat of a feminist, believed in the wage gap myth until I educated her. And she's been on an SSRI and mood stabilizing drugs used for seizures and bipolar disorder for a decade after attempting suicide and be like in a psych ward for a few days when she was 15 years old. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, spoiled brats with rich parents. Furthermore, she had sex for the first time when she was in the 7th grade with her boyfriend. They eventually broke up. She had sex with a couple other guys. One of them was another degenerate, remembering. She also claimed that she really didn't count because wasn't this this was at a parochial private Christian school, right? Although she claimed it really didn't count because as he was going in with her, she said no, and they stopped. She then had a pretty good boyfriend much of high school. He was older, did thing. Broke up, got back together. First breakup, slept a couple more guys. She officially broke up. She claimed she lost attraction for him. But I also had a friend tell me her boyfriend was cheating on her, so I don't know. At the beginning of senior year, she had a whole phase. Her words at the beginning of her senior year, she had a whole phase. At the beginning of her senior, try middle school. And I think for black guys, no offense to black guys, but we're both white and love her previous. She had sex with like 9 different guys her senior year and told me she's been with 14 guys before me. And while I do believe her, I don't think the 3-time rule applies out to. She said things that makes me think that she doesn't count oral or second base as sex. What the hell is second base? So I'm assuming she's just compartmentalizing actually had sexual encounters with more men. Likewise, one of her boyfriends after college was black, but then she ended things with him because her family didn't approve of her dating, marrying a black guy. That could have been the legit nice black guy. That could have been the one. But here's the problem: when she's doing that to like probably retaliate against her dad, she isn't picking Theodore Huxtable. Okay, she ain't going after the engineer. After she told me she was on antidepressants, a mood stabilizer, until I didn't agree with her taking these drugs chronically, and I wouldn't want my wife to be pregnant by her wife. Huh? Dude, had I skim them, right? I look at length and I look at the general problem. I didn't know you came for money. I didn't know your dad was a pussy. I didn't know that you were a pussy, and you had everything on E, and you're this stupid. I should have charged you $2,000 for this. It still would have been worth it. See, but the $2,000 it probably wouldn't have been enough. Wouldn't have been enough pain for you. To her credit, she's actually decreasing the dosage. It should be off of 1 in the next few weeks. I haven't really noticed a personality change yet, but then it'll be another 6 months to a year before she's fully off there. She's mentioned that she thinks she might be bipolar, but she hasn't been diagnosed. If she's legitimately bipolar, then that's the biggest red flag given the divorce rate for bipolar. The fact you're thinking this is marriage material is just an indicator what a pathetic man you are, that you would settle for this. You're so lazy. You're such a coward. You can't just go find some other girls. Or you're so lazy, such a coward, you can't fathom a life just being by yourself. Because, man, dude, what's with all the hobbies and all the work, and you got a career? What is there not to be proud of in your life? Can you not just be happy with what you've achieved in your own life? Are you such an addict to pussy and female validation that you're going to tolerate someone that is absolutely going to destroy your life? Oh, by the way, you may want to get tested for some STDs. Some of those might be latent. Just because you ain't got a scratchy itch down there doesn't mean you don't have something. Maybe I'm blinded by ignorance. No, you're just a weak pussy. Lack of dating experience and love, but I worry that if I end things with my girlfriend, I have an extensive history and knows because she likes sex and has a mental health issue. I'll find someone who doesn't like sex as much. Okay, it's the sex. You're addicted. Okay, fine. All right. Or doesn't adopt my diet, votes Democrat. So, dude, a girl. Look how, God damn it, man. You're worried you're going to find out someone who doesn't like sex as much, doesn't adopt your diet, or votes Democrats over a girl who's literally mentally insane, is not going to be stable, and is going to divorce. What's wrong with you? The hell is wrong with you? Additionally, as I mentioned, I'm basically at a point where I could retire unless World War III ensues. No, you're not going to retire with this girl. She will take all your money. She'll make your life hell. And go travel my world in my late to mid 20s. I would like to have children in the future with someone I love and have shared memories with. And how about you have children? Look, I know it's all about you. Okay. How about you have children with a woman who would make a good mother and isn't a drug addict whore? Okay. How about that? I don't know if I should use my mid 20s prioritizing finding another partner while I still date women without much baggage, or should I travel for a few years for fun? Here's what. Okay, this girl is gone. I don't care what you do, man. I really don't care. It's not my life. I'm gonna f up. This girl is gone. Get rid of her. Knock it off. Okay, done. I'm done indulging you in what is just stupidity. Okay, fine. I don't care if you keep her. I don't care. But what you should do is you should have no women, and you should get on with your life and focus on your life and do things and go live your life so that you have value. You're the standard freaking Western pussy who is such a sad core of a man deep down inside that instead of going out and doing things and deriving value from that, you want to have a girl be the core and source of your value. Like, you're just nothing with that. And what's sad is you and your old man are actually quite accomplished men. What is wrong with you that you can't look at these accomplishments? Like, look, I did all this stuff. I saved my money. I'm really good at this thing. I don't get to the point, but what can't just your dad's a self-made millionaire. Like, hey, I'm pretty cool. No, I don't need girls. I mean, yeah, you might need them for that thing, but then go pay for it. What is with you guys that you're nothing unless there's a girl there? And what it is it's not, it's just like instead of being happy with yourself and doing without, you got to go and grab a girl and it's this thing. It really is a thing to you. It's a trophy. And I'm somewhat sympathetic with the girls because like, no, now I have Val. Oh, I got a girl now. Knock it off. Just knock it off. Go without the girls. Why don't you go figure out who you are first and not have a woman define you, you fool? So I would go out and travel. Yes, absolutely. I would travel in your mid to late 20s. Go explore. I would have women be part of your life only in the capacity of that you're paying them and sex, depending on the country and as long as it's legal. And that's the only capacity I'd have 'em. And then when you do your world traveling and you start to develop some self-respect and you're not codependent on another person to give you purpose and value in life, then maybe, maybe you could start looking for a wife to have your children with. But right now, you are a child abuser if you bring children into the world with this woman as a mother. And just so you know, you are a sad, pathetic man. You're just a sad sack of crap. So sad. You have all this ability and you come from a good family and you're gonna ruin it on danger pussy. Not good, wholesome, nice motherly quality danger pussy. I know for red pill community, don't tell me about you reading the red pill. Shut the F up. Preaches a man's value peaks closer to 30 if he continues to improve his health and wealth. But realistically, what woman worth marrying and have kids is going to be interested in a guy 7+ years older than him? That would be most of them. And look at how sad and pathetic STEMmy you are, outsourcing thinking and work and labor to a formula. I'll be 30. It'll be too late for me. I won't be able to get a girl. Because the numbers say so. Just say you don't want to work at it. Just say that. Say, I don't want to work at it. Cool, got it. You don't want to work. You're lazy. Got it. I understand that dynamic with a 40-year-old man and a 30-year-old woman, but it's hard for me to envision a 30-year-old man and a 22-year-old woman. Yes. In the United States and the West in general, yes, because 22-year-old women are not interested in getting married. Most women in the West are not interested in getting married or settling down until they're 30, at least. So you should, if you want family, you want marriage, go find yourself a nice girl overseas from a traditional cultural background who wants to have a family, and do not move her here. You stay in that country. Likewise, it's going to take time to meet and vet women. No kidding, really? I've linked to 2 books down below. One is the Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI and the Pursuit of Women. The other is The Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. The first one is to provide numbers. You know, you being a math guy, you'd look and say, oh, wow, it's really that bad here. Yes, it is. So you have your expectations forced into reality, reeled in, mandatorily reeled into to be aligned with reality. So you have no expectations. Also, so you know, to pretty much give up the chance of finding a traditional quality woman who's going to raise your child. I don't care about you. You're shooting yourself in the foot. I'm worried about any future kids you might have with the wrong woman. So that's to give up. So you start thinking and you assess the situation here more accurately. Say, okay, if I'm going to find a wife, I better look out for some key things here, and more likely go overseas, find a traditional girl, and not bring her back to this toxic culture. But the other thing is, because you don't want to put the work into this, I get it. I get it, dude. You don't want to put in the work. I get it. So if you're not going to put in the work to vet for a quality marriage material, good mom for your children, not a drug addict whore who's mentally ill, you go and you say, oh, I better not do that. I better not risk it or lower my standards. Look, if it was just going to be you and you want to, like, fine, go ahead. But the fact you want to have children, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You just be like your dad and the cycle will continue. So get the menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. That's what you really need to read. Because you think your life doesn't exist unless you've got this truly dangerous person in your life. And so you got to figure out a reason to live outside of the opposite sex. And I don't know if I should waste the next few years not focusing on finding a partner. Maybe I should just say F marriage and chill and go to Christopher Columbus and devolving the world in this devolving world. In conclusion, I do I end things with my girlfriend? And if I do I focus on dating purposely and go have no, you travel the world. You're a wreck. You're a joke. You're not finding women. You're an accomplished man in terms of career and profession and activities and physique, but you're a joke. You're a freaking simp. You're a sad loser when it comes to women. And I don't know what it's got to be in your brain to make it switch over to like, this is not worth it. I have value. I'm a contributing member to society. I'm an interesting as hell guy, and I'm going to go out and do my own thing. So you're going to go out, you're going to travel, and you're going to stop putting pussy at number one position in life. Or not. I mean, go have a bunch of kids. Go have a bunch of kids, man, with your bipolar, STD riddled girlfriend. Go do that. You know what? And then get your dad's inheritance, and then she'll just take it all. And then she'll like find a guy on the side. Oops, I forgot to mention, I have a child that I had when I was in the 9th grade. And he's coming to live with us, or she's coming to live with us. Really, read the 2 books below. I don't care what you're doing. I really don't. It's so freaking stupid. Hat and Clogs 2 bucks. Howdy, Cappy. You okay? Not with questions like these. I know I get paid for it, but it's just it's when do you Western boys stop being pussies? When do you just grab your nutsack, say no, get the hell out of here? Well, you won't get laid. Fine, bye. Cappy, go get some ice cream later on me. You deserve it. It's back to the no carb thing now that the house is all done. I don't have physical jobs to do anymore. I'm gonna go out. Well, it looks like it's raining. I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna get an omelet. I'm gonna get myself an omelet. Yeah, ask Vlad Alkums. Short answer is no. Been there, done that. Do not pass go. Do not do this. Life is too short. Yep. I'd rather never been late for the rest of my life than be with another bipolar woman. They're universally harpies. Yeah, and they're not. They're faking it. It's all fake. They're just mean women who are using that as an excuse to treat you like crap. I've always wondered, like, you got a mental illness. Why wouldn't the mental illness be universally distributed, equally distributed between good habits and bad habits? Why do bipolar girls always want to treat people like crap? Why don't they like really go out of where's the mental illness where, okay, then half of them are just doting on you almost to the level of a slave mentality. We're like, whoa, you got to back off. Why don't you go do something for yourself? Oh, I have social anxiety disorder. Well, what do? Oh, they all play video games. It's amazing none of them go and drive truck then. Well, I like to be left alone. I don't like social situations. I'm going to work really hard to start a company and work the midnight oil. No, everyone just defaults to drugs and vice. Or black dick in this occasion. You fool. All right, there you go. The links to the 2 books below. Please get them and read them. And dare I say, do what's in them. Toodles.